Okay, welcome everyone. This is going to be just a quick tutorial for an exercise that we have talked about before in this class, but something that's good to work on the posture, strengthen the legs, and practice a Tai Chi style exercise all at the same time. So for this one, you're going to need a wall. You're going to need some kind of wall space that's clear. You can't do something where there's a picture, and even using the door here, something like this may work, but if there's objects in the way, that won't work. At the very least, we could use a corner, so the corner of something here. But what I want you to do is, just like we're using the Tai Chi Harmony posture here, bringing the hands together in the center as such, I want you to allow the feet to touch, bring the feet together, and then pushing the back of the head top up. We want to put the back of the head against the wall. So this point right here, furthest in the back, we want to place against the wall and push it up as such. And then relax your shoulders, relax your tailbone, and then keeping the waist and shoulders level, sinking. Keep your legs together and just practicing as such. Grip your feet and sink as low as you can comfortably. You're going to find the limit somewhere, your hips, knees, ankles. Somewhere is the low point, is the weak point in the chain. And so grip your toes, breathing. And we're just focusing on one point, the back of the head against the wall. Let everything else sinking down. Feel both of your feet flat against the floor. And keep your hips level. So try to keep your torso straight and flat. Long breathing. You can do this as an exercise because we are trapped inside of our houses with quarantine. You can use this as a cardio exercise, just like walking to strengthen the legs. And it's good for a base structure for Tai Chi. This kind of leg strength is what we're trying to cultivate when we practice Tai Chi, when we practice X-stepping. So this one was taught to me by TC. And by the way, it's best to use a wall. And the reason for the wall is TC would say even a very old Kung Fu master can use the wall as a guide to make sure that everything's lined up. If we don't use the wall, what's going to happen is we may get a slightly different exercise, but we're not going to have the alignment. So use the wall, use the corner if you don't have a wall available, a full space for your optimally, the full size for the width. And so after my teacher showed me this one, I showed another one of my teachers. I said, this is what my teacher recommended. And she said, you know, Olympic swimmers using the same exercise, right? And they're able to sink really quite low. You see, if I don't use the wall, I can sink a lot lower, but it's because I'm pushing my tailbone back. This is a way to ensure that your tailbone stays over top of the ankles and the alignment is correct. You don't have to straighten the legs fully. So grip the feet, keep the alignment. And pushing out, stretching out through the head top. Relaxing through the tailbone, just as if we're doing Tai Chi. Except with this one, we're trying to condition and strengthen the legs, open meridians on the leg channels, and then also allow the shoulders to relax. So just the same way when we do standing meditation, if we use Tai Chi and Harmony, this one to stand, right? Or if we use something where holding the ball, or if we had mentioned the other day a Wuji style standing posture. We can be doing the same idea, the same Tai Chi principles when we're in Tai Chi harmony, when we're practicing the form, keeping the head, top, tailbone, except in this one, it's a moving meditation. So with the back of the head touching the wall, keeping the vertical alignment. At first you may lean against the wall to feel, and then later you simply want to have the legs raising and lowering, using the wall as a guide like a ruler. TC would say if you'd like to make a line straight, then you use a ruler, you use some type of measuring apparatus to make sure that it's straight. You can use a level. He said if you like to make the perfect circle, you use a measurement or a compass, something like this. In the same way, we want to make our posture, right, to line up the neck. And one way to be sure it's correct is using the wall. So pressing the back of the neck against the wall. And then letting the rest of the spine relax as if you're holding something, right? So you have something that's suspended from the top. So from here, you have, just like this, your head top the same way is by being pressed against the wall in the center, keeping your chin tucked so it's level, right? It shouldn't be too far up and it shouldn't be too far down, pressed into the sternum. And then let the shoulder blades rest against the wall. You can rest your elbows and wrists as well as a guide. Grip your feet. And then you'll notice one hip is more relaxed than the other, more flexible. Same thing with the knee. One is in better condition. Same thing with the ankles and the feet. And we want to make that symmetrical. So you see, I'm practicing this one for quite a long time. And so after a while, when you practice, you start to make chi. It's a moving meditation. It's a qigong. If you're breathing, the energy comes up. Sometime after you've practiced a number of these, once you feel the energy rise, you can begin to practice your Tai Chi form, stepping right away from the wall, but trying to keep the same kind of correct alignment as if when you're standing against the wall. It may shift between the feet, but you should have the correct alignment. Okay, so that's it. It's a fantastic training exercise. You can do it while you watch TV. You can do it while you listen to your favorite podcast. You don't need to watch a video. Keep everything lined up vertically. Keep the feet together. Keep the knees and the legs pressed. Relax the shoulders. Really relax your tailbone. Relax the lower back. Keep the back of the head pushed against the wall. Breathing deep. Try not to let your knees go out to the side. If they go in, that's okay. Pressing against each other is fine. Activating the toes. The more you can relax the legs, the more you can sink. So that's it. Remember to practice. A big part of the training that we're working on right now is getting the body conditioned. One teacher said it like this. He would say, form the vessel, and then fill the vessel, and then dispense with the vessel, use the vessel. So in the same way, while we're practicing, this is part of forming the vessel by making the structure very straight in the center line and making the legs very strong. It is the same exercise when we do X-stepping. The same purpose is to keep the center upright and make the legs so strong that they can support to carry any activity while the upper body stays aligned, gripping the feet. And even if we like to make some power, kicking, the leg strength and flexibility is there. So remember to practice. Use the wall to make sure everything's lined up.